Imagine stepping into any Owambe looking like a rich auntie, classic, elegant and expensive. In today's tutorial, I will show you step by step how to cut and sew this beautiful luxury Boubou dress. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I create simple and detailed sewing tutorials to help you level up your fashion game. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. And if you are a returning subscriber, you are highly welcome. For this Boubou dress, I'll be using a crepe fabric of 3 yard. You can either use any fabric of your choice, either Ankara or lace. So I also make use of measuring tape, scissors, tailor's chalk, sewing machine, thread and ruler. So before you start, you need to place your fabric on fold and ensure your fabric is well ironed. So place your fabric on fold into 2, and in order to know the amount to place on fold, you divide your largest circumference by 4. So my largest circumference is my hip, divide by 4, that is what I place on fold, plus extra allowance for your sleeve and for seam allowance also, that is what you place on fold. After aligning your fabric properly, which help us achieve a neat and even cut, the next thing you want to do is to rule out a straight line which will serve as our starting line and also the shoulder line. So the next thing we want to do is to input our vertical measurement. So from that starting line, you go down with 9 inches which will serve as our chest line. You chalk it down and also mark your waistline, which mine is 15 inches and I chalk it down. From that waistline, we also go down with 23 inches for our hip line and I chalk it equally as well. After which I'll connect the points together with a straight line. Once you are done connecting those points, the next thing you want to do is to also input your gown length, the full gown length. So the length I'm working with is 56 inches. So I drag my fabric up so that you can see it, but still my camera did not capture it. But the length I'm working with is 56 inches and I added 2 inches for seam allowance, after which I also connect it with a straight line as seen. So after that, I'm taking the fabric down so you can see what I'll be doing. The next thing you want to do is to input your neckline. So for the neckline, is depending on your preference. You can either work with round neckline or a V neckline. So I'm using V neckline for this tutorial. So from that starting point, I go down with 1 inch for the back neckline and 3 inches for the depth. While for the front, I went down with 5 inch and I connect it into a V. But you can go ahead to go down with either 6 or 7 inches depending on what you want. My client don't want it that deep, that is what I mark it like that. So on the chest line, I divide my bust circumference by 4 and I place it down and I add 3 inch for ease and seam allowance. I also divide my waist by 4 and I added 3 inches. I also do same on the hip circumference. You divide your hip circumference by 4 and you add extra 3 inches. That 3 inches is 1 inch for seam allowance and 2 inch for ease, after which you connect the points together from the chest to the waist to the hip line as seen. So you connect those points together, while from the chest line upward will be our sleeve opening. So place your tape on your hip line, whatever measurement or inches you have there, you mark it down to the hem of the dress. So I got 12 inches, that is what I'm marking to the hem of the dress, after which I'll connect that point with a straight line. Alright, we are done drafting the front piece. So the next thing you want to do is to cut it out. After cutting, we'll be using the front piece to draft the back piece. Okay, this is it. After cutting, this is what it's looking like, and this is what yours should be looking like after you are done cutting it out. So now let's use it to draft out our back piece. You can see what it's looking like already. So now let's draft our back piece. So in order to draft the back piece, bring your remaining piece of fabric, fold it also into 2 equal, align it properly, and you place your front piece on it. After placing your front piece on the piece of fabric, align it properly, and the next thing you want to do is to cut it out. So you cut exactly following the front piece we cut out already. Now let's redefine our front piece. So you cut out the neckline, which is the V neckline. You cut it out as seen. After cutting your neckline, the next thing you want to do is to cut out facing for that neckline. So bring in your piece of fabric, fold it into two, and you place it beneath your front and back piece, and you cut it out. So now we are cutting the facing for the back piece. So you place your fabric on, fold into two like I said, and you place your back piece on it. Then you cut out the neckline. After cutting out the neckline, you remove the back piece and measure the length of your facing. That is depending on your preference, how long you want your facing to be. So you measure it and you cut it out. Yeah, as simple as that. You saw what the back piece facing is looking like. So now let's also cut out the facing for the front piece. And our facing is ready. So the next thing you want to also do is to work on this sleeve. You can see this is the facing. After I was done cutting it, I place it on the fabric. You can see how the neckline is aligning, so yours should also be like that. So now let's work on the sleeve length. You can see my sleeve is no long enough, so I'll be cutting another piece of fabric to add to the sleeve so that it will be long enough. So for the length of the sleeve, I'm making use of about 20 inches. That is for my sleeve length. That is from your center back to the sleeve length. That is where you want your sleeve to be. So I fold my fabric into two that way, and I've placed it ½ inch above my sleeve, the one I cut initially. So I'll measure my sleeve length, after which I will cut it out. So we'll be needing 4 of this piece in order to complete our sleeve length. After cutting this one, I'll place it on another fabric and I will cut it out. Okay, this is what it's looking after I was done cutting. So the next thing you want to consider are those pockets on the dress. If you check the start inspo, there is this outside pocket on the dress. So now I want to consider where I'll be placing the pocket on my dress. So this is the front piece. Place your tape from that shoulder line and you mark 1 inch below your waistline. So I mark mine at exactly on the waistline, and after I was done sewing, I noticed it was too high. So for the pocket length, I make use of 8 inches and I mark that on both sides as you see me doing. So this is it after marking, and that's where I'll place my pocket. So for the pocket, I'll be making use of this Ankara to create the pocket. So I'll be making use of this fabric. So you place the fabric on fold this way into two, place it on fold. The length of the pocket is going to be 10 inches. That is including our hemming allowance at the upper part. While for the wideness, I make use of about 6 to 7 inches or thereabouts. That's what I make use of it, after which I will cut it out and I will be cutting it on fold, which after we are done cutting, we're going to have 2 pieces for our pocket. Alright, so that's it. Now we are done drafting. Let's head to the sewing machine. Hi fashion lovers, you are welcome to the sewing machine, and if you have watched this video to this extent, please kindly give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Please like this video as it helps my channel or help this video to reach large number of people. Thank you. So the first thing you will want to do on the sewing machine is to turn your neckline. So we'll be turning our neckline with the facing. You place your neckline on your front piece. This is the front piece, right side facing each other, and you stitch with ½ of an inch, just the way you see me doing. So I start my stitching from the center, that is from that viewpoint, so that I won't tamper with the V shape. So I'm done stitching to one end, so I'll turn it over to the other side and I'll also stitch from the center to the other end as well. Once you are done stitching it, ensure you cut out excess thread for a neat and a professional look, after which you give it a little notch. Your notch should not extend what you have sewn down, so give it a little notch and you flip it over. You can go ahead and top stitch on the facing side, or you leave it like that and you use your pressing iron to press it down. So I leave mine like that because I'll be using my iron to press it down, and I'll be using my hemming gum in order to hold it in place. So this is the back piece. I also place my facing, right side facing each other, and I will stitch with ½ of an inch as well, after which give it a little notch, cut out excess thread and you flip it over. You can use your hemming gum to hold it in place if you don't want any stitches to show at the front of your gown. So use your hemming gum for a professional and a neat work. After turning the neckline, the next thing you want to do is to join that piece to your sleeve length in order to make it long. So I use half of an inch to join them together, placing it right side facing each other, aligning it properly, and you stitch down. So this is what is looking after I was done stitching the other side. So that is how I'll stitch the four sleeves together on the dress. After joining the sleeve, now let's work on our pocket. So this is the piece of our pocket, and I'll be marking 1.5 inch in order to fold the upper part of the sleeve. If you can remember, we left 2 inches for our hemming allowance. So for the upper part, I make use of 1.5 inch, and for the lower part, I'll be folding it in with 1/2 inch. Okay, so this is what it's looking like after we are done stitching down the upper part of our pocket. Now it's now time for us to place it on our dress, which is the front piece. So bring in your front dress and you place your pocket on that mark we marked initially. From the center of your dress, go in with 2 inches. That's what I'm doing. Before you place your pocket, go in with 2 inches from the center line of your dress. So after marking your 2 inches, place your pocket on that 2 inches mark line you mark, and you place your pocket starting from 1 inch below your waistline and that 2 inches mark. So for the pocket, the side of the pocket, you fold it in with half of an inch, both on both sides, and the down of the pocket you place it on your dress and you stitch it down. That is how you are going to do on both the pockets. Once you are done stitching, now cut out excess thread on both the right side and the wrong side of your dress. You cut out the excess thread. So you can see this is what is looking after I was done stitching, and I've gone ahead to attach the two pockets on my dress. You can see how beautiful this is looking like already. So now the next thing you want to do is to join the shoulders together. So you bring in your two pieces, both the front and the back piece, and you place it right side facing each other, and you stitch with half of an inch. So watch closely so that you will see how I stitch this my shoulder. It's not the regular stitching of shoulder that you know. Watch closely on how I place it before I stitch it down. So that is what I'll be doing on both sides. After you are done joining the shoulders together, cut out excess thread for a clean work and also the excess fabric on that joint part of our sleeve. So cut it out, after which you can see what our shoulder is looking like. You can see it's neat on both the right side and on the wrong side. So that is what I did on both shoulder. So the next thing you want to consider is to close up the side of our dress. So I'll be using 1 inches to close it from the sleeve down to the hem of this dress. Okay, you can see towards the ending I now later reduce it to half of an inch. That is because my client wants this dress to be free on her. She don't want it fitted, she wants it free, like we free. So this is it. This is what is looking after I was done stitching, and I did same on both sides. So now the next thing you want to do is to hem the down part of your dress. So I'll also be using 1 inch to hem the down part of our dress. So mark your 1 inch all through or all around the dress, and you fold it in twice and you top stitch on it. guys, after I was done stitching my dress and after I was done hemming it, you can see what it's looking like. You can see how neat and beautiful this dress is looking like. And for the sleeve, I also hem it with 1 inch. I fold it in with 1 inch. You can see it. I love the outcome of this dress. So tell me what you think in the comment section. And we have come to the end of this tutorial. But I would advise, when you are sewing for this dress, if you want that structure, you go for Ankara. So thank you for watching until the end. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Click on the notification bell to get notified whenever I drop a new video. See you in the next one. Bye.